Hello, everybody. We're here.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. My name's Yuki. You might not know me. I'm a dog boy on the internet. Well, I guess we're both dog boys on the internet, so now I can't really run that under my shtick. I'm a reincarnated Kaimanu statue, actually, so I try and be a little bit unique. But we're here at my talk show, Hungry for Knowledge, where I bring VTubers on that want to talk about some fun stuff. We talk about branding, we talk about drama, sometimes spooky, and we just like to stay high energy. And Kohai's going to be moving around so much more than I am, I can
I'm
tell
so
right
sorry.
now. But today we have virtual Kohai here with us. Kohai's super cool. You might know Kohai as Kohai or Ko if you listen to his music, which is super good, and I'm going to share some of that later on. But I will let him kind of tell you what is going on and where you can find him.
Hi everyone. But Yuki, can I say I love your transition from intro to your actual stream. It's so cute. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Hi everyone. My name's Kohai. I'm a doggo VTuber. If you have not met me, I'm energetic. I love chocolate. I've been streaming for quite some time now, and I love just saying hi to everybody and making everyone smile. So I'm excited to share some of my happy energy with everyone here, including Yuki.
Hello, virtual. I mean, Ko.
Oh my god! I swear, you won't be here long. You won't be here long.
We're gonna kick him out now.
I thought of so many ideas. I thought of Kohai with 3 eyes, but that was taken on Twitter. I tried of every Kohai idea I had, but I couldn't think of anything. So I went virtual Kohai. I thought for sure no one will call me virtual. And here we are. We're 90, I'd say 90% of people who comment, if I rate somebody and they don't know me, 90% of the time they'll call me virtual. I think it's because they're scared of mispronouncing Kohai. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like if I was virtual dog, they probably call me dog. But I think everyone's like, oh, is it Kohi? Is it Kohai? Like it's
Kohai.
Yeah, I get everything. So I think people just say virtual because it's easier, you know?
World's shortest VTuber video. What the heck? We're both on our knees. We're in a traditional tatami room. We can't be stomping around. How do you know how we're sitting, you goober? You can't prove anything. I'm not short. I'm tall. Baka.
How tall are you? How tall are you, Yuki? How are you actually tall? How tall are you?
I was told yesterday at the doctor's office I'm 5'7.5". I've always known myself to be. The dog is doing a talk show. I have been always told that I was like 5'6.5", but the doctor told me I was 5'7.5" the other day, which
You're
I don't
growing.
believe. I don't know how. At 26 years old, somehow I'm growing.
maybe this doctor like measured you from your ears, and the last doctor measured underneath the ears. That adds a whole inch.
Yeah, I mean that, or we're getting a little bit happier in life, so maybe I'm finally standing up straight.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
I literally said that to my mother the other day, and she's like, yeah, you probably just stood up straighter than usual and you weren't hunched over. And I'm like, what's that supposed to mean?
Dang.
Oh my god, getting bullied by the parents. I've been getting roasted left and right by my friends and my family lately. It's been rough.
Absolutely roasted.
But I definitely empathize with the thing where you raid somebody and they call you something else entirely. I get called Kaimanu so often. I'm like, on one of my recent YouTube videos, somebody actually commented, "Great info, Coma." I'm like, did you not read my bio? Literally says my name's Yuki. Call me Yuki. Now.
Komainu. I could see it though, because Japanese style, you know, Komainu. They might not know, you know, like at least Yuki is simple. I think because a lot of people watch anime, they've heard the name Yuki before. But Komainu might be harder because people think, you know, they just read it as an English reader. So I think Yuki's perfect, but they're also not used to the last first name, like the, you know, or the name first name. Like that's why I think virtual Kohai, same thing. They don't read it as Kohai, they read it as oh, I'll just read the first thing. And I'm not gonna say that I don't do it. I do it sometimes. All people come in and they're like, I'm trying to think of an example. Oh yeah, one's called Rogue Spike, right? So Spike's
Mhm.
a rogue. But sometimes I will say rogue because your brain just tells you read the first thing you see, you know.
Mhm.
So I see why. So I don't get too mad, and it's not a huge issue because you just tell somebody, right? You rate into somebody new, you tell them, hey, just call me Yuki,
Exactly.
and they're golden from there. But it is always kind of like, oh, you know.
Yes, I am a Kamainu, but I have a name. Come on, breathe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're all goobers out here, but it's okay. We're just gonna run around and bark at everybody until they call us the right thing, because we're dogs at the
Yep.
end of
Yep.
the
Yep.
day. I'm
Wait,
just a
can
lion
I hear your
dog.
bark? Can I hear your bark right now, Yuki?
Oh
Just real quick.
god. Oh no.
Just real quick.
But bark bark.
Oh, it's cute! Oh,
I
oh,
tried to
that's so
copy Kohais. I
cute.
cheated.
Yeah, that's similar to mine. Mine's very like bark, bark. Yeah, yeah, mine's
It's
very
more
like yeah. Oh, you think that you'd sound deeper? You'd be like the scary dog though. Bark,
like
bark, bark.
I mean, if you've seen me when I was younger, you might think it's a little bit scarier, but we're not gonna
Spooky,
talk about what I used to do.
spooky.
It's a secret for a reason. Wink, wink.
Ooh, I like secret.
Oh gosh. All right. So we went over quick about who you are and what you do. But how long have you been streaming slash content creating, and what made you interested in it?
Fantastic question. Okay, I guess I get this asked a lot, and I think people are very surprised to hear the answer. So I've been streaming for about 6 years now. I remember Twitch sent me. They're like they send your you've been subscribed to blank for so many months, and it was showing my subscription because you know you get the free subscription
Yeah.
the whole time. So mine was like you've been subscribed for 69 months. And I'm doing the math, and I'm like 5.5 years. Like that's crazy. And that's when I got affiliate. I think I was streaming like a good half a year before I hit affiliate, right? So it's been a long time. And I will say I did the same journey that a lot of people when they start streaming do, right? I streamed for 6 years. So 4.5 was FlashTuber, 1.5 was streaming as a VTuber. So when I first started, it was very much just like I'm gonna stream and just stream every single day. And after school, stream League of Legends or whatever I wanted to, have fun with it, no plan, no idea, no effort really. And I streamed. I streamed every single day or close to it. Not always every single day. It depended, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes I had exams or whatever. But I just streamed and I never made any social media. Now, if you look, you can check your tracking from like way back when. I think it only goes up to
Yep.
2017 if you check up Twitch tracker. But you can see my average is like 4, 5 maybe. And most of that being a little secret between us, second account. Most of it being, I had a second account. I had like literally my friends leaving their phone on my stream just to get affiliate. I remember having my friends on there all the time. I'd text them, quick, I'm streaming, get on. And I remember looking back, my room was messy, my webcam was like 480p. It was just terrible. I started somewhere, right? And I streamed and I had the same thing. Yuki and I were talking a little bit before this interview how Yuki had a time where he felt kind of discouraged, didn't really feel like streaming anymore, and kind of quit for a little bit. Same thing for me. I streamed for like a year or two and I was like, it's not going anywhere. I'm not really growing. I'm not getting more people to come by. Like I play League of Legends, so I'd post my stream every single time after a game, and like that get a
Yeah.
couple people to come by and say hi, but not stay. And I kind of gave up on it. So I streamed maybe 2-3 years. First year being consistent, second, third year on and off, and I quit streaming. And I think a year and a half later, my partner got into VTube making, and I'm like, really, VTuber? Okay, I see you, but I don't really want to do that anymore. And then she says, well, why not try? But listen, I'll make you a VTube model, a cute little baby one, okay, and give it a try. See if it inspires you, see if it feels good, and you don't have to go hard. So I was like, you know what? Why not try? So she made me a little baby VTuber, okay? And that's when I started doing everything else different. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna start doing a little bit more work. I'm gonna make a Twitter, I'm gonna make a YouTube, I'm gonna make social media and just dabble and become a VTuber. And I think that's where it started. That's what made me so interested in VTubing. After watching all these big VTubers, and watching all those people that inspired me and seeing how close knit, I think the VTubing community is a completely different community than any other community, right? They're so close, they're so tightly knit, they're so nice to each other, they're so accepting. So it was like, man, maybe VTubing is somewhere where I can actually start enjoying like streaming again and really focus on what I wanted to do. And I think in the first like month of VTubing or 2 months, I was already at like 7-8 average. Now I know it's not a lot, but that doubled my average of like 3-4 that I had for years. And I think that's what like sparked my inspiration. I was like, oh my goodness, you telling me that maybe one day I could see my waifu Nyanners? Oh, wow. Maybe then, maybe. And that's kind of what I guess got me back into it, is the people around me and I guess the community that kind of inspired me to try harder and maybe take a leap, right? Maybe take a leap. The thing I was scared of was regret, right? I was scared of regret. I quit once already, okay? And I thought to myself, if I never stream again, which I've been, I've been making content since like 12 years old. That was my dream ever since I was a little baby dog, okay? A tiny little baby dog, okay? Was streaming or being a YouTuber, right? A lot of time, a lot of pieces that like of me that really wanted to be a content creator. And I thought, you know what? Let's look at the pros and cons. If I try VTubing and it doesn't work out, I can at least look back and say, I tried. I spent 1 year and I put a bunch of effort into it and I tried. And I met friends along the way. It was worth it. What's the negative? What's the negative, right? Like I try really hard in 1 year, right? I try 1 year, just 1 year. Okay, Yuki, try my hardest. Worst case scenario, I have, let's say I'm at 8 average right now. I'm at 15 average in 1 year. That's not a negative. That's not bad. I've doubled my community. I've met lots of friends. I've met lots of people. That's awesome. But if I didn't try, I would probably sit there years later thinking, what if I tried? What if I became a VTuber? What if I went and put in the time and effort into it, right? You know? Chat's beating me up right now. I see chat beating me up right now. Okay. I am sick often, okay? I am sick often. I just got a bad immune system. I lick a lot of public spaces. I'm a dog. I lick a lot of other dogs. I don't know what they're carrying. I don't know.
Just gonna scooch out of the way real quick.
No. Don't worry. I'm not contagious anymore. I'm not contagious. Okay.
He's still gonna try and lick me later. I'm scared. Help.
You don't want my licks? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, sorry for the long monologue. But streaming was never a just, people look at me and they think, oh, you're a new VTuber. You just started VTubing. But I've been doing streaming for a long time. It's been a passion for a long, long time. And those struggles that people go through of like sitting there and having nobody watch you, I've done that for years. I've gone through that pain. I know the pain of having nobody watching, and it sucks. And it's something that, I think every streamer needs to go through at one point, right? It's that growing period.
Oh my god, you're really getting roasted over there. One of these days,
I
I'm gonna
know.
get like a cleaner backdrop for this so we can actually have chat up, so then we can make sure that in the VOD we can talk about how you were licking people's foot. I mean, what?
No, I'm used to getting roasted. It's fine.
Be looking like one of them chickens under the rotisserie. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
So that kind of went over a little bit of what drove you to VTubing, but what were some of the inspirations for your model itself?
So I had a rant about this on my stream a little bit ago, actually. So it's perfect timing. So everyone has inspiration, which Yuki, after I tell you my inspirations, I'd love to hear your inspiration. My model for a long time. Okay, so thinking about my model. Now, I am a furry. Obviously, if you don't know what a furry is, someone that likes anthropomorphic animals. And I very much had this character for a long time. And the first battle as a VTuber, and I think everyone as a furry, if you're in the community, has this battle. Do I want to go full furry dog, or do I want to go anime boy with ears? Like Yuki, like Yuki. No, 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 no bad blood. Okay, I'm just saying, I had to pick. I had to pick between the two. And for the longest time, I was pretty confident that I was gonna go with anime boy with ears. Why? I love anime. I'm a weeb. It works for me. But then I sat there thinking, and I thought, how many furry VTubers are there? So I went there and I searched and I searched and I searched, and I found a handful. I can give you a handful. I don't know if you really watch any, but Whiskey Dingo's an example of one. But
Yep.
I can give you a bunch of furry VTubers, and there's not many. There's not many. There is probably, I could probably only name like 5 or 6, not even actually, maybe 3 or 4 that have above 400 average.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, I think it's a small untapped market. Now, yes, I do believe furries get a lot of hate, and I get it.
Yeah.
It's a big loving community, so we accept a lot of people, and sometimes you'll have those odd people in the community. I totally get it. But I wanted to kind of represent that community. I think it has a bad rap. I think there's a lot of people in it that are amazing, and I kind of wanted to become that furry VTuber that you think of off the top of your head, right?
Yep.
If you say, give me a furry VTuber, first person that pops in my head is Whiskey Dingo, and he averages like 1,000, I think, give or take. But I want to be that VTuber that is like watchable for furries and non-furries. I don't want to necessarily be only the furry community. I want to be kind of that. Like, I've had people come in and say, you're the first furry streamer I've ever watched. Like, that's the kind of people I wanted to be. And I also thought, but the hate.
Yeah.
But then I sat there a long time and I thought, Yuki, I thought really hard, Yuki. And I thought, if someone doesn't like furries because of the title of them, without even knowing a furry in their life, let's say they just don't like furries, do I want them in my community anyways? Do I want somebody filled with hate and someone that doesn't see people with an open eye and see people that are and be accepting and kind and loving in my community? Probably not. If that person is not loving the furries, they probably don't like LGBTQ. They probably don't like a lot of people that are kind of cast out in society, and that's not what I want. So I thought maybe being my furry self would be better. A, I could find people that are loving, accepting my community. B, I can hopefully raise the reputation and make people, more, learn more about furries. And C, oh, wow, I get free fan art. I like free fan art. I'm not going to lie about that. Free fan art's nice.
That's a good enough reason right there.
Yes, it is. Yuki, it is. Yuki, it is. It is. And I'm not going to lie, the amount of people I've met that are anime boys with ears that are all furries. I've met, like, I can't count how many people I've met. And I've asked them, like, why did you go anime boy? They said, oh, well, I was scared of the hate. And that's really sad to think that I know like 20 VTubers right now that don't have furry VTubers because they're scared of the hate. And that's sad. That is so sad. We live in a world that you can't be who you want to be because you're scared of other people being mean to you. So I was like, you know what? Heck it. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to be the dog I want to be. And then I'm going to bark at people if they get mad at me. Exactly. So Yuki, why did you pick anime boy? Now, you may or may not be a furry. You may or may not just like anime girls and boys with ears and tails, which I love. Nekomimi, talk to me. What brought you? I don't want to side rail this too much. I know you have a whole entire list of questions today, but what brought you to what your model is? Just a short little summary of why you became the cutie you are.
I'm not a dog. I'm a statue. Nobody knows that. Nobody ever reads deep enough into it. So my little adventure when I was thinking everything up, I always like lions and stuff like that, but there's so many lion or lion-based VTubers out there. So I'm like, if I do that to myself, I'm gonna deadlock myself in a corner so quick, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I want to be unique. So I decided, hey, I want to be something adjacent but unique. So I did a bunch of research on stuff, and I came across Komainu, and the statues are so pretty, they're so cool, they're so diverse.
You are pretty.
But I'm like, you know what? There aren't a lot of Komainus out there. I know of 4 off the top of
Mm.
my head, prior I only knew like 2.
You
Um,
know 4? I know none. Well, I know 1 now.
I have one friend that is one. There's actually one that came out after me who like popped off and is partnered now. Then there was another person that was going to become a VTuber and their model was going to be a Kamainu, and I haven't seen anything from them since. So who knows what happened there. Um,
Mm.
but I'm also not going to lock myself in a corner of being a statue. I want to be as universal as I can be. So I built all kinds of lore behind it to pile on top of that, where I'm a reincarnated statue. So, yes, I look
Mm.
like little anime dog boy, but I was actually just what was left over after I was reincarnated into something different. Because I sat there and got kicked by kids that were visiting the temple, and I sat there
Wow.
and got crawled
Wow.
all over
I
and
peed on you once. I
sat
think I
in
might
the
have peed on you
rain
once.
and got
Mm.
peed on, and
Mm,
oh
mm,
my
mm.
god. So I got sick of that, and I said to the kami, I'm like, I'm yeah, I'm good. And they're like, well, do 200 more years. And I'm like, huh? And then I did 200 more years, and now I'm here. But there's all
I
kinds of
love that.
lore
I
that I
love
can
that.
go deep into later on, regarding me being half dead in an alleyway after that. But
Well,
we'll go there another time.
I do think uniqueness is important though, right? Being unique and creative, right? That's another reason
Exactly.
why I decided not to go anime boy. Because I thought, how many dog anime boys are there with probably purple ears? I probably can't count. There's probably an infinite amount. So I thought, maybe I should be unique. Maybe I should be, if people see my TikToks or my social media or my content, I am very different. You will not find another person like me. You will not find another VTuber like me. I don't think there is a single one. There might be a couple like dog VTubers, but not any that are gonna look like me. So I wanted to be standout, right? I wanted to
Yeah,
be unique because I thought if I want to grow to the point where I have 5,000 people one day watching me at once, then I'm gonna have to be obviously be myself, but also be unique and be lovable in that way, right? So that's why I thought anime boy, boring. So I changed it. And I wanted to go full dog. But I think both ways are definitely. I love anime boys still. I stand for all of them. So I think a big thing for me is if you're just starting VTubing, be the character you want to be. Don't let people stop you. Don't decide to do something else because other people like it. Pick the thing you want to do and go for it.
exactly. Even if you want to be a crazy, very story driven character that nobody ever actually knows the story until you tell it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I honestly, the question from Thrashkey, lore based on everyone's character, I definitely think that it's very dependent on the person, because a lot of people will. So this isn't like knocking anyone, but there's a lot of people out there that'll just hop into Vroid and throw something on screen. There's people that'll just go into VR chat and just use a VR chat model on screen. It's very erratic. It all depends on if the person wants to sit down and write something, which I decided I wanted to sit down and write something that's uh, only half written per se. So once we get to the point where we can afford model V2, then you'll see the rest of the story.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree. I think it depends on the character, right? Some people have really intricate lore. Some people don't. Like
Yeah,
I'm a very simple dog. I go to school. I don't do much. I'm not a much of a I don't have much of a lore background. But there's a lot of people that are like, I know another dog friend of mine. She's reincarnated, half robot, right? Like I think everyone's lore is up to them. If you want to have a deep lore, go for it. If you want to have if you want to be a normal puppy dog like I am, then you could totally do it as well.
honestly, I should put together one of those. What is it? VTuber? Is that the like VTuber Wikipedia?
Yeah.
I should put together one of those and just have a have a link, have an exclamation point VTuber sometime, and then we can save myself the breath a little bit too. Give someone some light reading. Um, how
And
much do
I
you think
definitely, yeah.
VTubing, acting, it's being yourself?
What do you think? What do you think on that thrash line? What do you think? How
Yeah.
much? Like, I think it depends on each person. Once again, same thing, same exact answer, right? Like some people, okay, are so much their character. I'm saying like they do not leave their character the entire
Yeah.
time they're in character. If you ask them something like, "What did you eat yesterday?" They're not gonna answer, "Oh, I had Japanese food yesterday." They're gonna say, "Oh, I ate doggy snacks and chocolate," for example, right? So like it depends on the person. If you could be a full entire character, I could be full dog. You could be completely like just you, completely not your character. Or like for example, in my case, I'm a middle ground. I obviously I am Kohai, right? I'll eat chocolate. I'll bark at people in games. I do that kind of thing because I am dog. But I'll talk about my life sometimes. I'll talk about being sick, and I'll talk about what happened to me last week, or I'll tell a funny story about how I gave birth to a Big Mac when I was 13 years old on a YouTube video. I'll talk a bit about all of that, right? So I think it depends. No, okay, this is no context, but it depends on the person, right?
I saw that on your stream the other day, you talking about that, and I'm just like, ah!
You know,
Oh God.
it's I like adding that little personal twist. I think it's a lot of fun. It helps your community connect.
Exactly. But yeah, uniqueness is definitely key in growth. So if you can catch someone's eyes, then it will help growth. But not everybody leans heavily on that story. Like I have a long ass story, but I'm just gonna walk in and say, yeah, my roommate is being super loud, and I'm just gonna say they're playing really loud music. I'm not gonna say, oh, somebody's throwing stones at the tatami room or something like that. I'm not super
Yeah,
specific.
yeah. I'm in the middle. I'm definitely in the middle as well. I think it's very. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's very rare. I think it's rare that you'll find a streamer that's full entirely their character, but I think it depends on the person. I know people that are the full character, but they are a drama, like they love acting. They love acting.
They're an
That's why they
RPer.
VTube. Yeah, they're
That's
an
what they
RPer. They
usually
like
are.
yeah. They like to be that full character, right? And then you have the people that are very lax, that are totally just a character, but they're completely themselves, right? So I think a good balance is really really nice for me. At least I like the good balance. Some of that silly, some of that silliness, is kind of cute, and some of that, character.
Yeah. I oh my God, you're we'll talk about that later, but your stream the other day, I was just enthralled. I haven't sat there for 3 hours on someone's stream in so long. And that it wasn't even just because I was like doing research, it's like I'm just enjoying watching this. And then it
And
goes down and I cried and begged Kohai to pull it back up.
Yeah, and I have to take that down still. And
Oh, whoops.
it's I'll talk about content as well later.
Yeah.
On a question later, I think that's a really important example of like what kind of content draws people in.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So next up on the list, what are some things that people can expect to see at your streams that you feel like stand out and make it unique?
Obviously, you and I were just talking about this. I would say one thing is just being me. My energy, my movement, right? Obviously, I'm an energetic doggo, right? That is me. That is me. And Shy Lily said it great. Using the model to the best of its ability. But I also think, my branding is what kind of makes me stand out and be unique, right? Whether that's my starting soon being a visual novel, or my alerts being me, or my alerts being cute and being me, or my raid message having music inside of the raid message. I think to stand out and make it unique, you need to make it uniquely you. And I talk about this a lot when I do my little coaching sessions. When I look at people's, for example, they're about me, or I scroll down the bottom of the page. And let's take a little scroll down right here on Yuki's page here.
I haven't cleaned it up in a long time.
That's fine, but we feel like right now looking at channel credits, about me, tips, I can feel a style, a design. You could feel what I'm looking for is like that flavor that a character can give you, or that on brand comfort, right? I think the thing that makes me unique is I bring that lovable, cute, that pink, purple floaty Kohai vibe to a lot of stuff I make, whether it's the let's say the on-stream stuff or even my memes. I'll post memes that are very like barking energy vibe. I just posted a meme today that was like, what do you think of when you think of Canada? Right? I'm a Canadian dog. Like I will always bring that branding with me. I think some people kind of just slap things together and they don't really make it feel like a vibe. I want
Yeah.
people to, when people go to your stream, they should know what they're going to feel like. Right? People come to my stream, they're like, okay, Kohai stream, I'm feeling down today. And I need that injection of energy and positivity in my stream. And they come to my stream because they know they're going to get that. Right? I think that's what makes my streams unique is that energy and that vibe and that amount of like talking I can do because I love to talk. So I think when it comes to your stream, you want to have that like that on brand feeling so they know what they're walking in, right? They know what they're walking into. They know what they're going to feel like, right? Because every stream is different, right? But I think the connection of branding is really, 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 really important, right? If I'm going to bark on stream, I'm going to put that barking along the stream, right? Or make it integrated, right? So I like, for example, your Japanese panel styles on the bottom, make it feel cohesive. And I think that's what makes people unique and makes people easy to connect to, and also gives your community that sense of, oh, this VTuber is really trying, or is really putting their best foot forward, or is really, appealing to me in a, I guess, truthful way, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I love to death Kohai's starting soon screen and Kohai's raid screen. They're so good. I had a feeling we were gonna have a conversation about that eventually, because I just, oh my god, that was the first thing I started looking into Kohai, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch a couple VODs, see if they've got some vibes that I want to drag on here, and I see the little starting soon visual novel, and I'm like, I love this. Holy heck, it's great. And then we got the raid song too, and it's just like, they're fun. I hope that I can catch their attention. And for once, it's not notice me senpai, it's notice me Kohai.
Exactly. And I think I get a lot of comments about both of those, the intro and the raid, and it's like, streaming is my passion, and I want that to like come through, right? I want people to see my stream and be like, this is so unique. I've never seen, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never seen a visual novel starting soon screen. I just thought of it. I just stumbled on an artist one day and I'm like, I want you to make a visual novel for Kohai. It just came out of my mind. Or like Poppy, if you know Poppy, the Lich VTuber, he was very much a big inspiration for me for the raid message. I loved his raid message because it was full of energy and it was unique. And I thought, well, how could I make my raid message unique? And I thought, well, maybe bring some of my skills into it, right? The music aspect. So I think being unique is important, and it could be anything. It could be little animations that pop up on stream. It could be some of your channel point redeems. It could be anything you want. But I think being that unique and have that long lasting impression is important because it makes your community feel like, wow, this streamer really puts the time and effort into it, right?
We're gonna have some interjected questions because I like this one. If you were to coach yourself, what would you tell yourself to work on?
That is a question. That is a really good question. I hate you, Colo, for it, but good question. So obviously I think a big thing to look back is look at your old VODs, look at your own content, and kind of see what you can improve on. I think obviously everyone should do that. The last week or two, I've been wanting to, and we'll talk about this later too when we talk about content, but I've been wanting to put more unique content together, right? So I've bit sick the last like week and a half. So totally fine, right? Like I could say I could be a little bit lack. It could be a little bit chill when it comes to content creation. However, I want to start putting together more unique streams, right? So what I mean by that is don't just play Valorant for a day, I'm just gonna give random games because I can't think of any right now, but play Valorant for a game, play Jump King for a game, or a stream, because I stream 3 days a week. And then the third day, let's say, play Valorant again. Instead of me streaming 3 games every time, I want to do more unique streams. Whether that's like what we're doing now, like a talk show, or if I do more incentivized streaming, right? Like let's say I don't stop playing this game till I get to blank, or I try a hot pepper every time I die. I think for me, I could sometimes get lazy with my content planning, and I'll just kind of do the things I enjoy, which is fine. You should do
Mhm.
the things you enjoy. I definitely think you should, but it can sometimes get boring and run of the mill if you're just doing the same content all the time, right? If I'm always just playing Valorant, sure, it's fun to watch me, but it's not exciting and refreshing. So if I was to coach myself, I would say definitely throw in a couple refreshing streams here and there. Maybe once a week, do something unique or different, or something you haven't done in a while, or do a challenge out of it, or do something fun that a lot of people haven't seen before. Because I think sometimes I get too comfortable in just streaming the same thing over and over again,
Mm.
and you don't really, you want your chatters and your community to come by sometimes and be like, wow, that was a good stream. I'll give you an example. My music video director stream you said you loved. That was an example of a unique stream that caught not only people like you, new eyes that are like, wow, this is really interesting, but had my whole community talking. They're all talking to me. They're asking me questions. They're loving the fresh new content. Gingerbread House Colo said, I built a gingerbread house live on stream. It was terrible, Yuki. Terrible. I'm saying it was like a Kit Kat gingerbread house. I was getting gingerbread. I was getting chocolate everywhere. I was getting the gingerbread freaking the thing that holds it together, the cream
Yeah,
everywhere. Like it
the
was an
creep.
absolute mess. But it was funny because it was an absolute mess and it was goofy and I'm silly and I'm playing about. Like that's what makes it a lot more fun. Is sometimes having those streams where maybe it's a little less structured, maybe it's a little less normal, right? So that's my goal, I think, going forward, is trying to be, doing a music director stream is fun. Let me do more of that kind of content. Let me do more content that is not normal run of the mill Kohai, so people have something fresh and new to see every week, so they don't get bored of Kohai.
Exactly. It you saying that just reminds me of oh my god, there was a really good stream too. I don't tend to keep up with Hololive and Niji Sanji as much as I want to sometimes, but I really enjoy the Tempest Boys, the Hollow Starsian group, and they were
Yeah,
doing like a cooking stream with all of them together, and Axel Sirius, the Australian one. Easiest way of explaining him. He cooked a burger for management because management
yeah,
was like visiting his house. And then when they cut it open and they were taking pictures of it,
yeah.
he didn't cook it all the way through.
No, it was
It was
raw.
still pink inside. And I just remember falling over and dying over that stream. I'm like, man, I don't know if you did that on purpose, but it was
That is funny.
hilarious.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like I am, I have plans. I have a talk about it fresh in stream right now. I
Mhm.
have a maid outfit cooking stream I want to do
Oh.
coming up here. I have like a lot of that. I think a lot of that unique stuff is a lot of fun because and we're like, this is bringing another piece of what I was going to talk about later in the future, but like it brings in uh stagnation. So this is in the tips of growth that I was going to mention, but I'll just mention a little piece of it now.
Yeah.
Is like a lot of people come to me and they're like, Kohai, I'm stagnant. I can't move. I've been the same average viewers for like the last like 3-4 months. Like, what am I doing wrong? How can I grow? And I think having that fresh event that you do mixes it up. It also brings a lot of old people in, right? So like right now, let's say I have 50 average viewers. Okay. I've been averaging 50 for the last like 2-3 months. So I would
Mhm.
consider myself currently stagnant. Did I grow to get to this point? Yes, but right now I'm not moving. So those 50 people, there might be another 50 people that used to watch me all the time, but don't watch me anymore because they've moved on or they don't watch me anymore. So let's say you do something fun, like a made cooking stream, I'll say, for example. People can like be, I don't know, it can revitalize their interest for your stream, right? Oh wait, Kohai, I haven't seen him in a while. They'll come by the cooking stream. Let's say they do what you just did. They're laughing. They're falling off their chair laughing so hard. They're loving the stream. That might reignite their passion to watch your stream, and they might come watch it now again. And that I think that having events or unique things that you do on stream do really well for two reasons. One, it brings your community back and creates a buzz and increases your numbers for that month or whatever, or that week or that day. And two, maybe it creates good clips. I bet you they made a clip of that raw burger, and I bet you that raw burger clip did really, really, really well. And that's the thing, right? if you're feeling stagnant or in general, like I said, I think mixing it up is really good. I think the people who stay stagnant will play Apex. I'm just giving you an example, which I've got to play sometimes. All my friends play Apex, but you know, if you're playing Apex, and let's say you're playing Apex 3 days a week and you're not really doing anything different, you might get those people slowly falling off, or just kind of they're just there to lurk. They're not there to spend time as much because they know you're just going to be playing the same game. Or maybe some of your community doesn't like Apex, right? And you don't know that. So I think mixing it up and doing bigger events or things out of your comfort zone are what push you as a streamer, and kind of can help your numbers or just help your self-confidence sometimes. So that's I know it's a long answer to the Colo question, but I think I can sometimes get too comfortable with my content and not get uncomfortable, which I think is important as a streamer.
Exactly. No, it makes a lot of sense, and it better be a Rem cosplay. If it's a Rem cosplay, I'm there. Which,
I love Rem.
I'm gonna show you something
listen.
after stream that you're going to enjoy. Just a little tease. I may have a Daytoff case full of anime figures, and one of the shelves might have something on it, and it's basically dedicated to that.
I can't wait to see it. Okay, first off, I'm sorry, it's just a generic made cosplay. Number two, I also have a Rem shrine. I have a Rem shrine of one panel of glass in my glass case. I'll show it to you sometime. But yes, I love Rem. Definitely one of my waifus.
Rem is the blue-haired maid girl from ReZero. ReZero, the best girl from ReZero, I should say, specifically.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
The only person who kinda is close behind is Krush, because Krush, I have that Dommy Mommy
hell yeah,
ever so slightly.
I love Dommy Mommies. You and I can get along really well.
Are you saying we aren't right now?
No, we can get extra along really well.
We
could share our printed out folders of Dommy Mommies that we have physical. You know, we just like flip through like the manila pages of just like, here's my first Dommy Mommy I loved. Here's my second.
Oh gosh. So the next one is really long. I don't know. I tried to shorten that. I should have shortened that. Oh well. We got an idea because you've already kind of wrote under it.
Yeah.
Something that a lot of people have challenges with in streaming is an inconsistent chat that they can't interact with. And I'm going to throw air quotes around that because you can always interact with your chat. It's your choice to not interact with your chat. As you seem to maintain conversations with your chat very well, what do you think were some of the things that you would suggest to keep an active chat that you may have done in the past as well as now? Nice long sentence.
No, I like it. So I think this is a really sought after question to be answered. I think I get this asked probably the most out of every question. I'm saying more than how to make your brand, more than how to grow, more. It's always, how do I speak to my chat consistently? Now, I have a couple things I want to talk about. First, I want to say the generic advice. I'm gonna give you the generic advice. Okay, first off, because we have to go there first. Speak like you're talking to 100 people. Everyone says this. Just speak to yourself. Just speak to yourself. Just speak to yourself. And then people always get to come to me and they're like, "Oh, I get to speak to myself, but I have nobody watching." Kohai, you don't understand. You have like 50 people watching. You don't understand. Huh? I was speaking to like I swear to you, one person for like the first 3 years of my career. Remember, I had 4 average. One was me. One was my second account. One was my friend. So I had like one guy, maybe that was talking to me. And that was if. So I know it's hard. I know it's hard talking to chat. I know it's hard. Okay. I got a little tips for you that I would give. First off, maybe write down some topics. If you want to talk about some topics, write down some topics. You know, talk about something that happened last night. Talk about a food that you like. Talk about something silly about you that no one knows. If you need those little tips, write them down. Okay, write them down. Okay, so that's nice. However, I think what helps a lot is it depends on the game you play. Now, let's say I play Valorant. Okay, when I play Valorant, my chat is usually quite quiet. Why? They're
Yeah.
watching me play, they're watching me interact, they're lurking, whatever they're doing, they're chilling. Okay, if I'm sitting there building a gingerbread house, okay, it's so much easier to talk. I have them judging my ginger house how bread making. They're judging where I'm putting it. Listen. I had apparently the model upside down for the first half of the show, first half of the stream. It was upside down. So I was having troubles. They're laughing at me. I'm screaming. I'm like trying to figure. It's getting everywhere. My mouse pad. I literally had my mouse pads that I got on my merch just printed, and I was on one, making it all messy. Oh, it was terrible.
Oh, no.
Choose stream content that will help you interact. Now you're saying, well, Kohai, I don't do IRL stuff. That's fine. Pick games that have story. Pick games that have story. An example would be, I don't know, you could really, there's so many games of story. Pick games of story or games that are challenging. So let's say a game of story. Let's say you play either a visual novel, okay, for example, or maybe like Celeste has a little bit of story. Pick a game that has a little bit of story that you could talk through. There's like some dating boyfriends one. There's so many games you could play because story games help your chat interact, right? They'll be like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that to happen, or do you like this character, or do you enjoy this game? Persona 5, exactly.
Yeah.
It's easier to engage with your community if you're playing a simple, cute story game.
Hold up, you haven't
Right.
played Persona 5?
I have not. I've watched people play it though. I have not played it though.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Might have to be a game I play. So that's an example of a game. Or build an idea. Okay, let's say, okay, Kohai, I don't like story games. And I don't do IRL. Okay, Yuki, calm down. You're being a little bit crazy and a little bit rude to me right now, Yuki. But I get it. Okay, Yuki. Well, how about this? I'll give you another hint. Do silly stuff. Do a reaction speed test. Do a typing speed test on stream. Do some old BuzzFeed quizzes, right? Do some reaction content. Watch some YouTube videos. Those get so much integration with your stream, right? Reaction videos are hilarious. Now you're getting your chat submit reaction videos. They're seeing how you're reacting. But Kohai, I don't have people submit. Nobody interacts with me. Nobody. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it
So
doesn't work
submit
like
them
that.
yourself.
I only want to play Valorant, Kohai. I don't want to do nothing. I want to play Valorant, nothing else. Okay, great. Go. Okay, Yuki, you're being really saucy right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, all right. You don't want to submit your own content. You don't want to do anything IRL. You want to play Valorant only. Okay, no problem. Be unique. Let's do Valorant bingo. Every round, you got to fill out your Valorant bingo card, and it has a whole bunch of stuff on it. One of them is maximize your sensitivity. One of it is play only pistols. One of it is don't shoot for the first 5 minutes of the game. One of it is bark in chat every single time you shoot. There's a lot of really fun ways you can make a generic game unique and interactive. So I feel like a lot of times people have problems with interaction with their stream is because they're playing a game and they're not really talking because they're playing like in a competitive game like Apex or League of Legends or Valorant. If you want to talk more to your stream, definitely pick story-based. Definitely pick things that are more talkative, more easy to interact with. Now, if you're asking me how to be interactive, I would say that's practice. Just talking, just talk out loud, talk about your day, talk about the game. Do whatever you can to just keep the conversation going. I was not this good. I was not this good at talking 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Even when I look back at my Chibi Kohai days, I still was not this good. A year and a half ago, I was still not as good at talking. You kind of just get better and better and better. Now, yes, as your community grows, it's easier to interact with your community 100% because obviously more people are talking, but practice makes perfect. There's no simple step to getting better at talking in front of people. It just takes practice. It just get better and better and better. Watch your VODs back and be like, okay, I talked a lot at the beginning of stream. All right. Okay, when I started playing Valorant, I was talking good at the beginning. And then I didn't talk there. And if let's say you're really bad at talking, invite somebody. Have Yuki with you. If I'm not a good speaker, I'll have Yuki with me. And then Yuki and I could talk back and forth, right? Yuki and I are playing some Valorant. I could be like, go for Yuki! Go for Yuki! Let's go! Let's go! Right? I could cheer Yuki on. Yuki could laugh. Yuki and I could banter back and forth, talk about how we both love pineapple on pizza, talk about how barbecue chicken with pineapple is banger, it's bussin', it's amazing. If you don't like it, get out of the stream. We can talk about that. So if you have issues talking to yourself, bring people in. Bring people in and talk with them. Now, I'm not saying every stream bring people in. I do believe, in my opinion, you should have at minimum of one alone stream every week because you have to build your community around your own personality. However, if you need that one other person, bring one person in. It's easy to banter and it doesn't take that much calm space to talk to one person. And practice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still don't think I am perfect at speaking. I still don't think I'm that amazing of a streamer. I still don't think I keep the space comfortable at all times with the amount of talking I have. I don't think I'm at the point where I want to be, and that's fine. That's fine. If you really want to practice, maybe even start off with some just chatting. Everyone here that watches me knows I start my stream every time with half an hour to an hour of just chatting. Because I want to talk to my community. I want to see how everyone's doing. I want to talk about my day, how I'm feeling, what's coming up in the next week, what things I have planned. I want to chat with my community. And sometimes that chat will turn into a longer chat, into a longer game. And like, okay, another game that popped in my mind for chatting, GeoGuessr. Maybe play GeoGuessr. Play online games that are silly that have your interaction. Play Cult of the Lamb. That's a game that has the Twitch integration. Find games that have Twitch integration. Those are fantastic because then you can get your chat doing stuff that's messing you up. They're laughing, they're talking. A lot of it is how you build your stream around it and practice. I can't say anything more. People ask me, why do you have this energy? I have heavy ADHD. I have dog energy. I have dog brain. I can't tell you where this energy came from. It's just in my brain. That's it. It's there. This is me. This is me. Okay, Yuki, believe it or not, this is me on or off stream. I am this exact. I mean, you and I were talking an hour before this stream. You already know I'm this energetic. I literally, it'll be 3 a.m. You know, Yuki's laying in bed. I'm about to join Yuki, fall asleep beside Yuki or whatever it is. Let's say hypothetically. I'm going to be standing there in front of Yuki and be like, so Yuki, I have the craziest day planned tomorrow. And then Yuki will be like, oh, it's 3 a.m. What are you doing? Go to bed. It's 3 a.m. I am literally this energetic. So it depends on each person, right? And you don't have to be an energetic streamer, right? People always come to me with this. I'm sorry, I keep adding on this extra, but people come to me and say, Kohai, but I'm not energetic like you. I want to be energetic like you. And I tell everybody this. Reddit, okay, r/Twitch Reddit did a post about, do you like streamers that are energetic or chill? Okay, they did a actual poll. All right, what do you think percentage liked energetic? What do you think, Yuki? How many people do you think like energetic, Yuki?
Honestly, just because I've played around with numbers a lot, I would say probably 25. That would be my guess.
You're so close. Only 30% of people like energetic streamers. Only 30%. And you're thinking that like, what? Really? Listen, I didn't believe it. That's cap. That's cap. In my opinion, that's cap. So I was like, you know, a self-serving bias. I'm going to cheat it. I'm going to ask my Twitter community. And guess what? I'm cheating. Am I not, Yuki? Because people who follow me will probably most likely like energetic, right? Yep. So I'm like, I'm going to do a poll and it's going to be like 70% energetic. And I'm going to laugh at everyone and say, I'm better than everyone else, you know, being whatever. 30%. The exact number to the percent.
Oh my
God. It was like, it was 250 votes. 250 people, 30% liked energetic. So that means most people like chill. So you do not need to be someone else. You could be as much as whoever you want to be. You could be, just know what kind of streamer you want to be. And that helps a lot. I have always been an energetic doggo. I've always been told I'm too loud. I've always told I'm too much. And that's fine. That is me, right? And that's the kind of person I'll always be. That's the kind of doggo I'll always be. So I think it depends on the person. You don't need to be someone you don't need to be. You don't need to be energetic to be good at talking to people. You just need to practice and cater your content towards, you know, talking to people. I'm sorry, that was such a long answer to that long question.
No, so I gave you a long question, you gave me a long answer. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Kohai's biting at something off stream. I love it. You really ride that dog.
You know, like even Kolo's saying, you know, I watch my VODs a lot more beginning, right? Kolo-chan noticed dead air at the beginning of VODs. That's really important. Like, you need to look back at yourself, right? I'm sure Yuki probably studies all of his VODs for this because you're editing content. And you might be like, oh, maybe this or this, or this I'd like to improve this, or this I'd like to improve this, right? I can never give you all the answers to streaming because everyone's path to success is different. Everyone's goal in their mind is different. But I can at least give you my background and my
Mhm.
knowledge to at least help you go towards that direction of what you think would be your ideal self when it comes to streaming, right?
Exactly. And everybody's going to be different. Some people take the advice and run and grow, and some people won't take the advice and run and not doing anything. Or, like we said, sometimes those people are the ones that grow too. It's RNG. Life is RNG. I hate to admit it, but
And
everything is RNG. All you can do is try and influence the way the die rolls.
exactly. And I think, I like both. I like low energy and high energy streamers. I like high energy that are on my level of high energy because I like to listen and watch them when I'm really attentive. But I also like the low energy streamers when I'm like chilling. Let's say I'm working and I want to pull a streamer up on the side. A low energy is definitely what I'm going to go for
Mm-hmm.
because a high energy might distract me, right? So
Exactly.
I think both are extremely valid. I love both for different reasons. I think they're both fantastic when it comes to different situations. So I think people have to just decide. You have to just decide what you want to be. Don't try to be someone else because keep in mind if you're streaming 4 hours, 4 times a week, 3 times a week, that's a lot of time of being someone else. So if you're not comfortable being that someone else, especially if you're going to turn into a living where you're probably going to stream 5 days a week, 8 hours a day,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to get uncomfortable.
No, it all makes sense. And if you say it doesn't, then I'll give you a noogie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love this. Next question that I thought, because I saw that you had it and I thought that this was a really good question to ask you. And I'm also going to drop the link in the chat if anybody wants any. Um, as someone who has their own merch, what are the processes you went through to create it? And when do you think is a safe time for a creator to safely create it so that it will be successful? And then if anybody wants something, it's right there.
It's right there. So Yuki, I know Yuki's asking me a lot of questions that are off stream topic. And chat, feel free if you have any questions,
Mm-hmm.
ask me. Whether it's music related, merch related, stream related, like I'm here for that moment. But merch is a hard one to touch on.
Yeah.
I think it's because I did everything myself. I am a unique dog that you will probably find one out of 100,000, because most people don't have the passion for merch that I do.
Mm-hmm.
My goal in the future is to make an entire merch company that's separate from me. That is kind of my goal.
Ooh.
I did it all myself. I'm saying I can't. I scouted factories. I found the factory. I planned it. I talked to my artists. I had the artist create a demo for me. I talked to the factory. I sent them content. They sent it back to me. I did back and forth. I got demos. I got shipments of packages and shipments of packages. So I've done everything from bottom, scaling it all the way up, building my own website. Everything was built by me. So I would say that is dependent to you. If you feel like
Mm-hmm.
doing all the work and not really making your money back most of the time, then do it. Right? Because I will say, even now, I'm probably still $4,000 to $5,000 in the hole. Because keep in mind, you're buying, let's say, 100 hoodies, 100 shirts, 100 stickers, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have to buy up front, right? And if I'm
Yep.
buying, I'm down to tell us out loud. I do not care. My hoodies are $40 USD for me to purchase. Why? I want a good quality hoodies. So my hoodies are made out of Champion. So if you ever wear a Champion hoodie, that's the exact hoodie
Mm-hmm.
you're using. It's polyester and cotton, so it doesn't shrink as much. It's double stitched, plus it has a custom embroider in the front and custom dipped drawstrings to match the color. So it took me $40. Now, could I have gotten a hoodie for $10 from somewhere? Yes, I could have. But I wanted something that was good quality because I wanted something people would wear and actually enjoy. So it's a $40 and I sell them for 50 USD. Okay, so great. Normal hoodie price. Awesome. So that means I'm making $10 off of each hoodie. Now, if you think about it, if I'm ordering 100 times 50 or times 40, that's $4,000 just to order all of them. Plus, it was $1,000 shipping. So now it's
Mm-hmm.
$5K that I just spent for hoodies that I will not make back unless I sell.
All of
I think it's like 75, 80 of them. Literally all of them. Now, shirts, obviously, I changed my plan for shirts. I actually did somewhere local for shirts,
Mm-hmm.
which raises the price a little bit, but like obviously you can get physical copies. The shirts I make a little bit more. The shirts I make a little bit more. I think the shirts I sell for is it 30 USD? I think 30 USD, and then I got them for like 20 USD. So it's still $10 difference. But like if you're thinking about it though, $10 difference is a lot easier to coop when I don't have any of the shipping costs. So I only have to sell like maybe like 65, 70 of them or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on what you want to do. But you could technically make more. I think in the end I make about 15 USD per shirt. So I think it was like in the end the mathematics was if I sold half my shirts. So if I only sold 50 of my 100 shirts, I made my money back. So that means like, 50 times 30, I can make an extra like 2-3 grand off my shirts. Let's say hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 2-3 grand off my shirts. That's money. But you have to sell all of them. The reason why I did this though is I wanted to hand package everything so I could sign everything by hand. That's the reason why I did it all by hand. Now, when should you do this? Whenever you want to. I think you should look at like Stream Elements or Redbubble.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably heard of both of those, Yuki.
Yep.
Those are both companies that you could literally just put your logo up on and then people could ship it to their house. Or Cuddly Octopus is an example. They make body pillows. You can literally get a design. They put the design up on their website. They print it out for you and they ship it off for you. So you don't do any of the shipping, any of the work. Okay? I think that is worth doing whenever you like to. Like I think whatever size you want to, you could pop up on Redbubble and Stream Elements. The only difference is you're making, let's say, $1 to $5 off a shirt instead of me making $20 off a shirt. Right? So you'll make more money off of shirts, but obviously I'm doing it the very big way where I just have a passion for merch. It's not, I would say making your own merch like I am is not worth it until you're like 200 average. Yeah. And you're actually going to sell out all your shirts. Or I do like a small run, which I'm going to do. My next run I'm doing a long black, like devil style. I'm getting a devil style Kohai. And it's going to be a small and with like a shaker cup and a keychain, that kind of stuff. Ooh. That's going to be more of a 20 to 30 drop. Only 30 of them. I guarantee you I could sell all 30 within a week.
I believe that.
That is great. That is great. So I would say merch is up to you. If you really like merch, do Redbubble, do Stream Elements. You'll make less money. You can't really change it as much as I could, right? Like obviously my hoodie was very handmade by myself. Like I picked what I wanted on it, but it still gets merch out there. If you, and there's also companies, right? You know this. Kolo-chan just talked about this. I'll talk about it in a second. There's companies that have a whole bunch of Vtuber merch. And you could actually sign on with a company and then they'll make merch for you and they'll sell it or whatever. That's also a possibility. But I do think merch was a passion project for me. Do I mind that I'm in the hole? No. I know that I'll sell enough to make my money back probably in a year or whatever it takes. That's fine to me because I just loved making it. I absolutely loved making it. And right now, I got a Kohai mouse pad on my desk. That is cute as heck. That is cute as heck. That's awesome. It. Oh. Now, Colo's talking about bringing other creators to sell merch with me. Now, in the future, my goal, it's just an idea that's been floating around. I would love to make it a hub. So more of like, I bring something on specific...
Like Uwu Market or something like that even?
Exactly on top. There's certain merch things that Uwu Market does not do. I'll give you an example, a shaker cup. I'm a big fan of shaker cups. I drink a lot of G Fuel, Rogue Energy, whatever you like to drink. I'm a big fan of those. Plus, I just like having a cup with a cute Kohai on it. That's an example of merch I would do that Uwu Market does not do. And so there is, yes, I would want to get to a point where I could start selling the cute merch for VTubers. But I would love to even get it to a point where it's very fashionable. So get like an artist that's more forward on the street style to get it to a point where it's not just people who like the VTuber that are buying it. It's also people who don't watch VTubers that like the designs, right? How many anime shirts do you have in your wardrobe? I have at least 10 that are not animes. They're just like anime girl style from a company that does waifu shirts that look really cool. They're like maybe streetwear-ish, or they're like punky, or they're cutesy and pink and purple. I have a shirt that has little, right? Like I have a shirt that has little like.
If you have any good places, feel free to DM me because I'm all about that.
I got you. I could actually DM you some places. So I want mine to be like just like a global brand that just has cute characters on it. Like that's very much what I'd love to do. Maybe it's a monster or / like animal vibe where every VTuber I bring on is that animal style, not fully furry, but has like the animal ears or whatever. It could be cutesy. So that is my idea. But the reason why I went so hard on it is because I have a massive passion for merch. So I went all the way because I wanted to dip my paws into everything. I want to pick the exact hex code of my inner side of my hoodie. That's literally what I did. So like that was me being passionate. But with other people, do it. If you want to drop some merch styles on Redbubble, who cares if you get 10 orders over a year? You're just doing it for fun and you want your character on a piece of merch. That's dope. I've ordered a shirt from Redbubble and I've had that shirt for 2 years, 3 years, and I love it. And it's still in good condition. So it's not like, but I've also ordered a case from Redbubble that was absolute garbage and I threw it away within a month. So that's the only issue. You can't be quite like on point when it comes to like, you know, quality control, but it is a possibility for you to just get your feet off the ground, you know?
Exactly. I just, oh my god, I saw how passionate you were about that, because I promise I did my work yesterday. I watched a lot of Kohai. I watched a lot of Kohai and I watched a lot of Ko. And it was a journey, and I just saw a video of you just like freaking out over that hoodie, and I'm like, I might be looking at something in the next paycheck or two.
I just wanted something that like, okay, like my goal was to make something that was more unique. So it was like you could wear it around wherever, right? Like my Ko hoodie specifically has a patch and has a slice in the back. It's not super nerdy. It's not super anime. So I want people that don't really watch anime or whatever can rock the hoodie, and it's comfortable. I will tell you 2 things right now, and this is not me just selling myself, because I don't care. If you don't like the style of hoodie, don't wear it. But I will say right now, hi, Sarin. Okay, Serenity Beast is here. She's the one that did my starting soon screen. She did my Kohai merch. Anyway, fantastic artist. I will say, people who wear my hoodie, wear it all the time. That was my goal. My goal wasn't to make a merch to make money. My goal is to make a merch that wear. Literally, I have a handful. I can give you like 10 names of people who wear it every single day because it's super warm. It's double insulated. And 2, a friend of mine that lives in Vancouver said he's gotten over 45 people asking him every time he walks downtown, where'd you get that hoodie? It's cool. It's really cool. It's comfortable and it's useful. I want to make like stuff, like I was gonna say content, but I want to make merch that is usable and actually comfortable. Like I've ordered so much merch that's just garbage. You know, like it's from exactly, marketing over profit. I'm looking to like obviously market myself, but also looking to just make good stuff. I want good stuff that people are excited about. I don't care about the making the money. Like my goal is to make my money back, right? I'm hoping to make my money back at one point, of course, but my goal is more to like share good quality content, you know? So merch is totally up to you. If you have a passion for it, do it. If not, then that's fine. It's not necessary.
Oh my god, just seeing you freak out over that is so great. We love seeing when Kohai's really excited about something. I know you all do. Oh, I just am so happy to hear people talk about things I like, honestly.
People know me. I'm a very passionate dog. Like I could be on here for 17 hours straight. We can do 24-hour stream, just talking about stream. Like I really like I've ran panels at anime conventions about streaming and content creation. I coach, I've taught people. Passion is what drives me, and I think that's what people love hearing, is that passion, right? If I always tell people, if you are at a point where you were Yuki a year ago or whatever, feeling like you're gonna quit, talk to me. Because everyone, I'm not gonna lie to you, this morning, I know it's very unique. It's actually very topical. This morning was one of those mornings where you wake up and I said, I want to quit. That was my morning this morning. I really did wake up and I thought, I want to quit. I'm wasting my time. I'm putting so much effort and time to make almost nothing. I'm barely making rent every month. I'm sitting here thinking, is it worth my time? And I'm not streaming for money at all, but it's more like I'm streaming because it's my passion and it's my goal. But it's like at the same time, I could take more work IRL and then make more money. You know, like, why am I wasting my time streaming? Everyone gets it. No matter how big or how small you are, you'll get those moments where you're just full of negativity. And I think to bring you out of that, you need that circle or those people or that inspirational content to watch that makes you think, I can do it. Because I really believe anyone can become a streamer. I really believe it. But it takes effort and a hard work. And I can say that full facts, effort and hard work. And this look, this puts right into your next 2 questions, which is perfect. But like, it takes effort and hard work. And I felt like a failure. And that's that's just your fear, you know, that's your mind playing tricks on you, and you need to get past that. If you don't, you will not be successful. If you cannot beat fear, if I just if I just quit and stayed there and I never tried VTubing, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be in this talk show with Yuki. I wouldn't be talking about my passion right now. And I knew I couldn't be like that. And I knew I had to try my best. So yeah, I think passion's huge, right? Passion's really important.
Streaming is the passion, indeed. And I really get that too, Kolo, because I have a great group of people that I fall apart way too often, and I feel bad for all the people that I go and lean on, but they're there for a reason. They know they're going to listen to me cry every now and then, and that's okay. It's okay to cry. And if you don't cry, then and you tell me you're not gonna cry because you're big, strong, then I'll give you a hug and then you will cry. That's the cheat code. So next up, what are some tips that you have for growth that you feel like were successful for you? I put a spelling error in there.
That is okay. Tips for growth. You know, I get this asked a lot. It's probably my second most asked question. Like, how do you grow? Kohai, how'd you get to the point you're at? Kohai, you were at 4 average. Like, okay, you know what my average? I think my average was 9. I think like 9 or 10 a year ago. So how are you at from 9 to 10 to hitting 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s? Well, there's a few things I would say, and it's not what people want to hear, but content, connections. Okay, those are the 2 things I'd say that are most important. I know streamers that make no content. None. 0. Absolutely 0. They do nothing. And they're sitting at 60, 70 average. Why? Because they make connections. They made a Twitter. They reached out to people that are like-minded, right? Let's say I reach out to VTubers that are LGBTQ friendly, or dog VTubers, or energetic VTubers, or even VTubers that in general love chocolate. It could be anything that connects you, and it connects you, and you talk to them, right? You talk to them and you make friends with them. How many people have you met through this, Yuki? You told me you've done like 25 of these or whatever it is.
Oh, God.
You're making connections. Well, those connections are gonna grow you, because let's say you're meeting those people, and one person, let's say Super Soul Spark came by today and followed you, I think today, right? Let's say, you know, let's say Soul loves your content and comes back later on and is like, damn, I want to watch more of your content, and then comes back and watches. That's 1 extra viewer. I think connections are probably 65% of growing, meeting people. I think I was just having a conversation with one of my editors earlier today, with Thrash, saying like I've grown. I would say, for example, Colo has probably grown my average by 5 to 10, at least, because Colo and I share the same values, share same views, very same vibe, and their community loved me. And my same thing, vice versa. You know, I've improved Colo's community as well, because we've been together. Okay. Now we talk about content is king. We talk about content. Content is big, and I can make it mathematical if you want. I can make it mathematical.
No,
I went from 20 average. So listen, I went from 20 average within 2 months. Sorry, I was actually telling you 1 month. I went from 20 average to 50 average in 1 month. Why? I posted 3 TikToks a day and 3 YouTube shorts a day. Now I remember watching your top pinned post on Twitter. I do believe the person you interviewed talked about, you know, some people say you have to do content. I think 100% that is true. And I don't care what you say. I really don't care what you say. I think whoever says no is wrong. Now, they're wrong and they're right. Now, the whole idea is this. You need to build your community off Twitch. Everyone knows that Twitch is not a discoverable platform. So, to build your community, how do you get seen? Now, Chibidoki, I love Chibidoki. No, sorry. Chibidoki said games are not enough anymore. I think that's really, really important. We talked about being stagnant about that, right? And one of my big favorite Canadian streamers, Pokimane, okay? Yep. Pokimane said, everyone has a community out there. You just need to find them. I think that is probably my most inspirational quote I've ever read, and I will never, never, never forget it, because it's very true. I guarantee you, Yuki has 100 people that would die to watch Yuki every day. But how do you find those people? Same thing with, like, let's say you're single, you want to date someone. Well, you're not going to find somebody if you don't leave the house. You got to leave the house or meet people online. You got to meet 1,000 people to find that one person that you might find agreeable, right? So I think social media is very, very, very important. When I was posting 3 a day, I went to 0 to 8,000 followers on TikTok within a month, which is already crazy. Okay, I think I did three TikToks a day for I think 2.5 months before I got sick with COVID, and then I took a break and I never went back to 3 a day because it was crazy, a lot of work. But I saw a massive, 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 massive growth because of TikTok, social media. Now, does it all convert? No. Okay, I'll give you an example. You should be posting on every social media. Now, TikTok and YouTube Shorts are my favorite. If you're posting on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok, post on YouTube Shorts. Just cross post. Don't care, just cross post. Now, an example would be I had a TikTok that got 1,500 views. Not bad, right? Not bad, Yuki. Not bad, right? You know how many views that TikTok got on YouTube Shorts? Guess.
1,500 on TikTok, so there's variances based on a lot of things, but I'll say 2K. That'll be my guess.
Higher.
Oh. 4K.
Higher.
8K.
Higher. Like you're really low right now.
20K.
Higher.
Huh.
So think higher. Think higher. Think higher.
60K.
Think higher. Think higher.
You're oh my god.
Really
100. 100.
Higher. Higher.
300,000.
You're thinking too small right now. Higher.
1 million.
Higher.
3.
Higher. Come on. Come on.
Holy hell. 10.
There you go. 10 million.
Oh.
This was a reaction video, yes, Colo. So a video that got 1,500 views on TikTok got 10 million views on YouTube. That 10 million views on YouTube pulled in, I think, $200 off the YouTube Creator Fund. It made me it gained me 20,000 subscribers off of one YouTube short. Now I'm a kid. I'm a young dog that used to think getting a play button was impossible for me. And I'm at 20,000 subscribers. So what I'm saying, oh dude, I love pina coladas. Oh, I love pina. What I'm saying is you don't know what's going to do well on what platform. So posting on platforms is really important. Now, did I get a massive influx? Yes. I think I gained like 1,000, maybe 1,000 Twitch subscribers. But what I'm saying about this though, is it doesn't always convert. So you're thinking, wow, 10 million views, Kohai, 20,000 subscribers. You must have gained like a good, like 20, 30, 40 average viewers off of that. Like I'm in my head, I'm thinking, let's say 1% of 10 million. What's 1% of 10 million? I don't even freaking know. 1,000, let's say. I don't even know if that's, or 1%, sorry. Is that 1,000? I'm telling you right now, I probably gained 1, maybe 2 average viewers off of that. Now, I will say it was situational. I got sick during that time, so I couldn't stream during the week that I got COVID during that time. So I couldn't stream during the week that I went viral. So I was kind of unlucky. However, I sure might have gained 500, let's say, Twitch followers off of it. But think about it, even that, 22K on YouTube, only 500 converted to Twitch. And out of that 500, maybe only 1 or 2 started watching me consistently. So the thing is, right, conversions and numbers don't always match. So that's why I believe posting on everything matters, right? Let's say you meet 10,000 people in a room. How many people do you think are going to hang out with you the next day? Maybe only like a handful, like 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 of them out of the 10,000 people in the room. And then long term, maybe 1, right? You went to a school, you know, a high school, let's say, and let's say you had 5,000 people in your high school. How many good friends do you still have left? Nah, 5, maybe, max. So what I'm saying is you need to affect with waves. You need to meet people. You need to make content so people can find you, because you have to find the people who not only watch Twitch, but like your content, right? I could say right now, I've made, I think my number was 500 YouTube shorts, and I'm only at 50 average on Twitch. When you think about that, you're like, damn, like, Kohai, you put a lot of effort in for very little. And it's like, yes, I did. I put a lot of effort in for very little, technically. I put a lot of effort in for very, very little, but it's important because you don't know what will go viral. Like that one video that went viral, I'm gonna tell you right now, Yuki, what if I just didn't upload that one? You know, and one thing I wanted to say is virality is not luck. This is what frustrates me. People all the time say, oh man, getting famous is luck. That's wrong. Ludwig said once, and I will also remember this forever, is opportunity meets hard work. So you put in the hard work and you hit that opportunistic time, you will grow. So if I didn't upload 300 videos before then, I would have never got to that video. Meaning if I did not upload 300 YouTube shorts, I would have never hit one that hit 10 million. So if you don't always put your best foot forward and make a whole bunch of content, you'll never get to that point, right? I've posted thousands of tweets. And one tweet, I've had tweets hit 1 million impressions, but it's because I tweeted the 1,000 tweets before that, right? Like, it's not luck, it's hard work, right? It's me putting in my effort and time, right? An example would be I'm making a casting video right now. If that video hits 1 million views, let's just say hypothetically, even though none of my videos have ever hit that, like I'm not that big, right? Let's say it happens to go viral. It went viral because my editing got better after making 100 other videos, because my casting got better after 100 other videos, because my personality and my talking got better after 100 other videos. It's practice makes perfect, just like streaming, right? So content's really important because you need to get seen. How many times did you see me before actually following me or reaching out to me, Yuki?
I'd say 3 times before following you, and then if we're going to apply that on top of the overall, I'd say 5 or 6 before reaching out.
And that's exactly it. If I never made content, if I never really pushed myself, you would have never found me. Or maybe you would have seen me once, you would have seen me twice, but you wouldn't have followed me, right? You need to see like Pile Hazard, sees at least once a week on Twitter. If you don't see somebody consistently, right? You're not really going to follow somebody. They always say I think exactly. It's the rule of threes. I think you have to see somebody 3 times before you follow them or consistently work with them, right? So like I think the rule of 3 is really important, and I think being consistently in someone's scope is really, really important, right? Like if I'm saying, okay, well, I'm trying to think of somebody. Takahata follows me. Well, Takahata follows me because I consistently interact with Takahata, and I consistently, type in their chat, and I type in their comments, and I type in their, right? A lot of it is just seeing people, being consistent, making those connections, right? You know what I mean? Like I have connections with people who have 1 million on Twitter, and it's because I interacted with them, right? I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, okay? And I'll answer your question in a second, Colo. A little tip, okay? Stalk people.
I had to do that yesterday.
Stalk people. Find somebody. I'll give you an example, okay? A smaller person, okay? A small person. Rip pie being stuck in an ad.
No.
A small person, okay? Yami Umai. An example of a fantastic streamer. I love his streams. Averages like 100 to 200, okay? I found him for a while. I've loved his streams for a while. I rated him 3 or 4 times before he finally recognized me, okay? 3 or 4 times I rated him. Then I put there's a little alert, like a little bell button you could click on people beside their Twitter information, and it will tweet you every time they make a tweet. So I stalked Yami. I stalked him. Okay, I would comment on all his content. I would like all of his stuff because I genuinely loved Yami's content. I thought you are someone I look up to. So I just literally was in his sphere of influence every day. Now, if you see somebody every day, like, liking your stuff, commenting on your stuff, what are you gonna do? Your curiosity is gonna get a hold of you. You're gonna click on their profile. Oh, wow, they make really cool content. Followed. Now I could DM that person, right? And now that's gonna build that bridge, that gap that I had before that I no longer have now. Now I can be like, hey, now I have Yami on Discord. Now I can be like, yo, Yami, want to play some games sometime? Now I have that bridge. So I think that's also a really good thing. Making connections is really important. Stream, do collabs with people that you think are really cool. Collab with people that are around your size, even. If you're like an average of 5 average viewers, find like 3 or 4 other 5 average viewers and collab with them, right? Always be making content, always being consistent. Now, it's not easy. I would say it's very difficult. I don't think streaming is easy. People come to me and think, oh, streaming's so easy. I'm just going to start streaming. It's very difficult. You need to be a content creator. You need to be a social media manager. You need to be planning all your stuff, right? You need to be like just a regular manager. You need to be a producer. You need to be an editor. You need to be a entertainer. You need to be good at computers because you need to know how to work OBS. There's a lot of stuff you need to do when it comes to streaming. So unfortunately, creating content is one of those things. An audio video engineer, exactly. I think creating content is really important and you need to do it. You don't need to be 3 a day. Actually, TikTok, just gonna tell you a little cheat here. 3 a day. You want one morning, one afternoon, one evening. So usually 9 a.m., noon, or 1 p.m., and then like 6 to 8 p.m. Now you either do 3 a day, which is fantastic, 1 a day, or 1 every 2 days. Those are the 3 like really nice moments that will get you back in the algorithm. I am telling you, algorithm matters and doesn't matter. Timing doesn't matter that much. Don't be too fretting about when you post, but I will say algorithm likes consistency. So if I post every single day, for example, I posted all the time, I get 5K minimum. I got to a point, Yuki, 5K minimum on TikTok. Now I get a grand if I'm lucky because I'm inconsistent. Because TikTok's like, oh, you're not using my app anymore. I'm gonna smack you up a little bit. But if you start using their app all the time and being consistent, they'll be like, oh wow, you're being consistent. I'm gonna reward you with more views. I'm gonna show you to more people. So you do need to be consistent. You don't need to post as much as I can. Or I do. You don't need to. Even just posting, just do it. Please, just do it. Just do it. Just start. Just make content. People come to me and they're like, oh, I make content. Just do it, please. If you're posting once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, at least you're posting. Just post. That's all I could give you for like my biggest like, you know, my biggest push is just post. Please just post. If you post, then you might get somewhere you don't think you would. I got a friend of mine that was like posted never. I said just post. He posted. He got 5 views on his TikTok. He remember him messaging me complaining. He slept. Next morning, he had like 5K. So like, don't focus on numbers. You know, don't focus on getting bad TikTok views. Don't focus on nothing. Just post. Just be consistent. I don't look at my TikTok views. I don't look at my YouTube views. I just post. I keep my streaming my numbers off. Numbers don't matter. All that matters is you produce really good content. And I know, Cole, you asked a question forever ago. I'm so sorry. You said, do either of you, and I would love for you to answer this too, Yuki. Do either of you think there's any downside to having a trial YouTube while learning to edit and learning your style? Sometimes I'm worried that posting a ton of garbage will hinder me. I would say it. Someone just asked me a similar question too today. I would say it does not hinder you. I think YouTube's algorithm's a little bit different than other people's other algorithms. A lot of algorithms will kind of niche you. YouTube doesn't do it as much. You could post like 10 garbage videos and then post a really good video and it will go viral. YouTube is itemistic, meaning they push your content video by video. Meaning you could post, for example, a friend of mine posted 40 videos. He has 40 videos. All of them have 100 views or less. Okay. He posted one video. It got 300K. So it does not matter if you have garbage content and you feel like you're cluttering. Nah, just post. Build your audience now. Post whatever the heck you want. And then when you post a video that does really well, then maybe start doing that kind of content. Let's say Yuki uploads a barking video where Yuki barks for 5 minutes straight. Okay. Yuki, you know, and it goes viral. Then maybe Yuki's going to start posting more barking videos, right? You don't, even if you're kind of shotgunning and posting whatever and seeing what sticks, that's fine. Don't get disheartened when your videos do terrible because listen, I've been doing YouTube since 12 years old. I have garbage videos. I'd say 90% of my videos are like 10 views, right? Let's be honest. So there's videos that won't do well. That's fine. It does not matter. Don't feel like you're posting garbage and you want a preview account. That's a waste of time. Post all on one account. If you start going viral and trending, you could delete your old videos later if you really want to, or make them private. Does not matter. I have one channel that has been 6 different channels. I've changed it every single time. Like literally, the Kohai channel that I have 22K on right now used to be like 6 different channels. So it does not matter. It really does not matter. If people come and be like, who's this person or whatever, they'll just unsubscribe. It's not, no skin off their back. So yeah. I would say pick a channel, stick on it.
I mean, I would say the same thing. I mean, my YouTube channel, I can't say much yet. But I just slapped all my VODs on there for a little while. I had issues with my internet and uploading. That's the only reason it stopped. But I pulled them down after I put my more edited stuff up. And now I'm going to put all my more edited stuff up. So I would just agree with the same thing with constantly posting because I've always been posting. I have a TikTok on my TikTok that got 800 views, and I don't know why, because I just
Mm,
posted it for the meme. It was
mm,
just a 5-second clip of me saying something stupid on one of my friend's streams, and then I made a
yeah,
funny image on the background. Like
yeah.
that kind of stuff. I'm the kind of person that just does it, and I mean, I won't say that I don't get demoralized when it doesn't do
That's
good,
normal.
but
That's
I feel
normal.
like everybody's going to be the same way. So listen to what Kohai says, because I'm just going to repeat it, maybe change a couple letters.
Unfortunately, streaming and content creation is a very negative job to be in.
Yeah.
It's surrounded by negativity. Why? It's all about you. So every time you upload something that you believe was really good and it doesn't do well, you're thinking, what did I do wrong? Why am I not good enough? Why am I not making content that catches and that sticks? Why
Hmm.
am I not funny? Why it's and then not only that, if you see other people succeed, like your friends, let's say your friends started the same time you did, and you're seeing them succeed, you're like, why are they succeeding? Why am I not succeeding? So streaming's full of jealousy and frustration and sadness, imposter syndrome, but it's valid. Don't
Hmm.
ever feel like you're wrong for thinking that because everyone thinks that way. Even like big streamers, and I think a big thing people don't realize, I'll say Nyanners, for example, she went through years, 10 years of making content before she hit. Okay. She went through all those feelings. She went through all those moments of, I want to quit right now. I'm not good enough. Why am I doing this? But she didn't. And that's what separates her from a lot of other streamers that may have quit during that journey. And it's normal. People come to me and they think, Kohai, you're so amazing. Your content's so great. I don't. You're gonna be so big in the future. Like you're so amazing. And then they get surprised when I have those days where I feel like quitting because it's normal. No matter where you're at, right? Like I've been doing this for 6 years. To me, only have 50 hours in 6 years. That does hurt. I still think it's amazing. I count every single gift that I have. I love everyone in my community. I would never trade them for anything. But it's normal to feel demotivated. And that's not you. That's everyone. That's why you'll hear a lot of or see a lot of tweets that like blame the algorithm and blame luck and because they're like frustrated that they're not growing it. And most of the time there's a reason for it. Right? Most of the time there's a reason for it. Right? I can look back at my content right now. I can give you a video. So my editor just talked to me today and said, "What do you think you can improve on?" And I showed him a video that I made recently. Not recently, it was about a year ago. And I talked about all the parts that I didn't like about it. Like, if you really look at your own content with a judgmental eye, you could see those little gaps. You could see those things you could have done better. Or if you compare yourself to other people that are in the same space, it's not easy. And there is that opportunity, like opportunistic luck in a way,
Hmm.
but you don't get there without putting in the hard work, right? You got to just keep on, yeah, just keep on keeping on. Mm,
Exactly. And I can kind of jump into that right there too, and that I was giving up for the longest time. But the thing that keeps me going is actually this, because I get to meet some cool ass people doing this. I mean, I got Kohai here bouncing around. Not too many people can say that by the sounds of Kohai. So I definitely I I take solace in, hey, maybe 3 of my streams a week don't go anywhere, but my fourth stream every week I get to smile along with someone and get to have some nice company from their community too. I don't expect you all to stay around, but I would love if you did. But
yeah.
it's
Uh, yeah.
it you can't capitalize on that too much either. You have to be you as well.
Yeah, I love it. That was great, Yuki. I agree. I agree. Like I can't even add on to that. I definitely agree with all of that.
Hopping along. Um, so something that Kohai added before here that we wanted to talk about a little
Hmm.
bit is
Hmm.
what are some misconceptions on VTubing? Kohai really wanted to talk about this.
Just a little piece. I know we've already gone an hour and 40, so
Yeah.
I won't go too long for you. I know
It's
you got a
all
lot of
good.
editing to do. I got a lot of editing to do, but misconceptions. Obviously, we talked a little bit about viralities and luck. I think something that pops up, and this is perfect. It's gonna hit Colo right in the sore spot.
Oh.
Because no, maybe not in the sore spot, but Cole and I have been talking about this a lot. Is just model. You don't need a good model. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said earlier to Yuki, Shoto is one of my favorite streamers. Has an average of like 10K nowadays. started as a PNG tuber and got up to 200 average with a PNG. Now, does it limit
remember his PNG too? Now
Yeah,
that I think
listen,
about it,
I used to follow Shoto. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to follow Shoto when Shoto had like 90 average, and I followed Shoto for the longest time. I loved Shoto. I love Shoto, and I remember even talking about Shoto with my model mama a while back. Like, I love Shoto. I'm a simp. But it was like, I was like, oh, whatever. Like, you know, Shoto will grow. I know. Well, in my opinion, I felt like Shoto's gonna get really big sometime. But I didn't want to say it a lot. You know, like but I knew it. I believed in it. And then now to look where Shoto is, like, I like, do I regret it? Yes. I wish I talked more in Shoto's chat. I wish I became, like, you know, closer to Shoto at that point. That is one of my goals in the future, is to stream with Shoto sometime, and I think that's very possible. But I think, you know, a model helps, but isn't necessary. Of course, a model makes content creation better, and I think you will grow faster with a model. Yes. But most of streaming is just being there, being fun, being energetic, being someone that people want to watch, right? I've seen people that are 100 times bigger than me, and their model is like either a PNG or it's just like it's obviously a model maker that's new, right? The rigging's not as crazy, the art's not as crazy, and that does not matter, because what people come for is the streamer. So people say all the time, oh, I don't know, you need a good model for YouTube, man, you spend all this money. You could start. I had an average of like 11. Like, I know that's not a lot, but that was a lot to me. I had an average of 11 with my small little chibi VTuber that had almost nothing, like literally barely moved.
Oh 11. Yeah, it was literally just like the face, from what I remember seeing.
Pretty much just like a face, little body. You know what I mean? The face, the only thing that moved. So like I had a big, like, I had 11. Like, that was amazing to me. I was like, 11? Oh my goodness, that's fantastic, right? So I think having a model is not that, like, you know, super important. But I think it would help you. Of course. There's people that, obviously, I know somebody that had an average of 200 on their first stream because their model was really good, and they did really good on Twitter. They posted every single day, 3 times a day on Twitter. Really good content. Their model was god tier, and within I think it was like they did that for like a month and a half, and then I think it was 2 months actually. 2 months of like just like promoting. And then when they debuted, they had 200 average. And it's model helps, but I think being a character, being a good streamer is the most important. Streaming takes time to grow. That's it. Streaming takes time to grow. Grow yourself as a streamer, as an editor, as a content creator, and you'll get there.
Absolutely. And I've also seen some very like detailed models just like fall off and get thrown out into the, hey, does anyone want to buy this because I'm in the hole for this much money and I'll give it to you for this. I've seen that happen one too many times too. So it's not the golden ticket. It's not the be all end all. I just want to be a funny dog with a big fluffy tail, and Kohai's looking at my tail. Don't bite it.
I do like your tail. I wish my tail's like, I have a small like you know, I'm a Malamute, so my tail's curled, so you can't really see it, but I can see yours, and I like it. My next model is gonna have a big fluffy one. You'll see.
Oh, we're gonna compete. All right.
Well,
I'm just gonna have to get a bigger one.
I'll lay on yours. Yours looks very comfortable and soft and fluffy.
Mine is the size of a body pillow, so a lot of people like to capitalize on that.
I'm gonna lay. Listen, we're gonna sleep together, okay? But I don't want you. I want just your tail. I just want to lay with your tail like a body pillow.
Jesus, Kohai's just gonna rip my tail off and forget about me. Sheesh. Yep. Oh my god.
An example would be too.
Oh my god, I'm a tail tuber now.
tail tuber is, I know somebody that has a god level model, and I will say right now, I'm not going to name the person. I'm saying Iron Vertex model haver, which is already insane.
Yep.
Okay? Already insane. They debuted 100 people, I think, in the stream. Obviously, Iron Vertex, fantastic. I think their average is like 20 now. They don't do anything. They don't make content. Yeah. They don't post on TikTok and social media very often. They don't meet people. Like, I'm telling you right now, when I saw that model, I was blown away. It was unique. It was creative. It was beautiful. And the fact that they're at where they're at now just shows like it is all you. You could be an amazing, like just what we were saying earlier, Shy Lily can have a good model, but if Shy Lily wasn't Shy Lily, it would not matter. And Shy
Exactly.
Lily had a. I followed Shy Lily. I don't
I
know why I followed.
remember old Shy Lily who
Yes,
only
I
played
followed.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I followed Shy Lily back in the day because of Shy Lily's TikTok and YouTube content. I actually watched Shy Lily for the longest time with the old model, which the old model was really cute too. So it's like
Mhm.
whatever. But like Shy Lily is Shy Lily because of her personality and her energy and her style, right? So the thing is like it's 90% you, 10% model. Now, yes, model can bring you further, but if you're not a good streamer, it's not gonna matter. It's really not gonna matter.
And Shy Lily's a very good example too, because if you, I don't know if there's any way of going back and seeing it, but if you saw the Shy Lily that I saw when I first followed her back in the day to the Shy Lily now, she went from being a very like timid person who only played like one game. She still tried to keep it different. She had like a spinning wheel of like different things that she would do. And then now she's super energetic. Kohai kind of energy if you haven't watched her
Mhm,
before.
mhm.
So she's vastly changed. So it was very clear that she wanted to grow by doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like it's a completely different character. I'm gonna tell you right
Hmm.
now, she is a completely different character, and now she does just chatting,
Yep.
right? So like I cannot say how different she is from her old character, and like that's inspiring to me, right? To see.
Hmm.
I mean, it's the same with me, right? If I look back in my FlashTuber days, I was a very different character. So like, I think it shows that it can matter. But like, why did she grow? She hit a couple massive TikToks and social medias.
Yep.
Now, yes, her model was really nice, but it was mostly because of her jokes and her silliness and her vibe that grew her from where she was to where she is now. So yeah. Yeah, and it sparked from YouTube as well.
Hmm.
Exactly. It sparked from every platform, to be honest with you. But also, like, like you were saying, she really wanted to be different. She was ready. She was ready to evolve in her streaming career.
Hmm. And that's what you have to do. So take that in mind, anybody who wants to pop off, because you gotta make sure that you hit all the right attributes and level up where you need to, so you can be a Pokemon and evolve. Ha 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 ha. Funny,
Ah,
funny.
ah, 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 I'm laughing.
So next question as we go. Oh yeah, yeah. How long have you been creating music or involved with music production? I know you had to talk about that a bunch a couple days ago.
Yeah, so I've been making music since for about 12 years now. Okay, I've been making music for about 12 years. I started with parodies. I made a lot of silly parodies, and it just links really closely with streaming and just growing as an individual. I mean, a lot of parodies. They were cringy, they weren't very good, but they weren't bad, right? And I just kept making them and making them and making them, and that got me on to like the learning how to write and have the
Mm-hmm.
rhythm and have the style. And then I think it was like maybe 4 years now. It's been a while. About 4 years ago, I decided, a friend of mine said you should write your own music. So I decided to write my own music, and that's it. I'm here where I am. So it's been a long time dipping my paws into music, but I've had such an amazing like journey from it.
It and there's a lot of good stuff to see. Oh my god, just seeing your editing growth the other day when I was listening to your music, because the thing that actually encapsulated my attention on Kohai was the music.
Mm.
I kind of, with all due respect, I see a Valorant streamer and I just kind of click off, and then all of a sudden I hear music and I'm like, I like this. This is my kind of music.
And that comes into the uniqueness, right? Like if
Exactly.
I never had a music stream, or I never did like never talked about my music and just played
Hmm.
Valorant and just posted my music wherever, you might not have really had that connection. And that's why another reason explain right there, chat, right there, live. You just saw an example of trying not to be the same, right?
Exactly. If there was one thing that you could teach or tell someone who wanted to start creating music, what would it be? I've heard this a million times over. I still like to ask everyone.
Just start. I will never give anyone that anything but that. I am a music video director. I have had hundreds of DMs of people asking me to direct for them. Now, I've a lot of you know this. I've directed music videos that have gotten 1,000 views. I've directed music that have gotten 5 million plus views. The thing is, you need to just start, right? You're never going to be good when you first start. I've had people DM me with the worst music ever. It is just so bad. It is so bad. But like, it's because it just started, right? You need to start somewhere to get somewhere, right? If I never started making music and parodies 12 years ago, I would be garbage right now. Right. I remember this. This was when I graduated high school. So quite a while back. There was a Maroon 5 song I was doing a parody of. And I couldn't hit the note. It was like some high note. I think it was like probably somewhere like that high. And I couldn't hit it. I remember I could not hit it. I wish I remembered the song. I have to go through all of the Maroon 5 songs. And I couldn't hit it. Right? I remember 2 years later, I could hit with ease. Wasn't even difficult to me because I kept singing in practice. People always think like, oh, you're just gifted as a child to sing, or you're gifted for art. You're an artist. You're just gifted. No, I do believe you are gifted with a type of ear, right? You know, some people are tone deaf or not good music. That's fine, but I started forever ago and I got better and better and better. And if I didn't get better and better, I would never be here. Right? If I never practiced, if I never picked up the pen the first time, if I never started making music the first time, I would not be here. I could sit here all day, Yuki, and show you old failed songs that are just bad. Oh, they're so bad. But to get here, I had to climb over that hump. And I love what Colo said. I've never heard this before, but the best time to plant a tree is 50 years ago. The second best time is now. The best time to start streaming, the best time to get good at talking, the best time for content creation, the best time for music. It's all the same answer. Just start now, right? Just start. Just be there. And I guess the second thing, for one more tip, you don't have to do everything. Nay, you should not do everything. People come to me and they think, oh, well, I don't make music. I don't make beats. I guess I gotta learn how to make beats first. No. Find your passion and follow it. Oh, you love making beats? Make beats. But you don't have to rap on them. Find other artists to do it for you. Oh, you like rapping? Then find a beat maker, an engineer that can make music a producer that can make music for you. Oh, you don't know how to mix and master your own lyrics and your own vocals? Then go to an engineer that can do it for you. I find too many artists nowadays that are like, I did everything myself.
Yeah.
And I listen to it and I'm like, the mixing is garbage. The mastering is garbage. Your writing is really bad. You really got bad writing. It's because they're trying to tackle everything at once. Your cadence and your flow and your voice is really nice. Maybe find someone to write with you. Maybe find an engineer. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not make my beats. I do not mix and master my music. And I even have times where I get a co-writer with me. I'm pretty much just the artist. It does not matter.
You're the imagination is the best way of putting it.
Exactly. Fiverr, Colo said, or you could do. There's Twitter. You can find producers on Twitter. I found all my beat makers on YouTube. You know, like the Kohai type beat, whatever it is. You find the type beats. You find an engineer a producer that you like a lot. Boom. I guarantee you, no matter where you live, you have a studio in your city. $50 an hour, let's say, to record. It takes you an hour to record the song, a couple hours to mix and master. Each song is spending $150 on. $150 is worth it to make your song sound like it's radio level, right? So I think people get too lost in the sauce. I like to say people get too lost thinking about, oh, I gotta do everything. I gotta be amazing at everything. No, you don't. Oh, you make content and you don't edit, then find an editor that wants to do stuff for free for you at the very beginning, or spend money on that. Now, I think streaming is a little bit different. I think streaming, you do have to learn how to be an editor at the beginning because you don't have the money for it unless you just have the money. But when it comes to music, you can find free beats, right? I really think you don't got to do everything. Jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, find one thing, master it, and you'll go from there. That's it.
Now, the next question actually popped into my head. I was watching Kohai's VOD the other day of the music video production and that kind of stuff, because you talked about, I feel like a couple times, that a lot of the artists you worked with were very much just, I want to get stuff out. They didn't really care about quality sometimes, was something that you talked about. So my question was, how important do you think music videos are in promoting an album or a song? Do you think it's like super necessary to promote it? Do you think it's not necessary, that kind of dealio?
Okay, I would ask you, Yuki.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find artists?
How do I find artists?
Yeah, how do you find a
There's
new artist? How do you find a new song? How do you find a new?
music. Discover Weekly on Spotify, baby.
Okay, Discover Weekly. That's an example of something that, and I agree with you. I find a lot of people through Discover Weekly. But what's another way?
um, Anywhere on social media, anywhere on YouTube,
Yep, exactly.
the
YouTube,
the World
social
Wide
media.
Web, the
Exactly.
world, the
Now,
man in the middle of New York City handing out his.
Exact. Like, I'm telling you right now. How do you have a Twitter?
Yes,
Do you tweet?
occasionally.
Do you notice that your tweets with a picture or video will do better than your word tweets? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's it. Videos are shareable. Videos are shareable. Their videos are fantastic to show the audience you, your style,
Mhm.
your image. Music videos are very, very important when it comes to promoting an album or a song because it's easily shareable and it's better to look at. It's more of a spectacle. If your video is really good too and gets people talking, that adds on to the song. Wow, this video is
Mhm.
amazing and the song's amazing. I gotta show this to my friends. It helps shareability. If you look at any VTuber right now that makes music, whether it's a big thing in the VTubing community is covers. So do a lot of Japanese
Mhm.
covers or music covers. They will always come with a video
Mhm.
because audio and text do not do that well on Twitter. Is that 100% correct? No. I would say my biggest Twitter tweet ever was just a text tweet. It's not always that case, but I'm saying it is more shareable.
Mhm.
So I think it is extremely important to have the video that follows the music or musician because it allows you to kind of be like, oh, that's what they look like, or that's their style, or this is really cool. I'm gonna share it to my friends.
Mhm.
If I send a song to you, yo, just listen to this song. Okay, you might listen to it tomorrow, day after, a week later. If I show you a video, hey, you should watch this video with a song, or like this music video is really cool. I guarantee you to watch it 10 times faster than you would click on that Spotify song. Now, obviously getting your music on Spotify is the most important, but I think
Mhm.
music videos are really, really, really important to spread your brand and to spread your music.
Mhm. Fun little questions that I like to sneak in. This is for some of the people that might not have been on your side, might be on my side, and aren't as familiar with the video and the VOD the other day. Something you discussed a lot in your music video producer stream was run and gun. I know that's the thing in Valorant. For those unfamiliar with this terminology, how would you describe it in some of your approaches to editing?
So run and gun is when you shoot a video with no plan. That means
Mhm.
no pre-production. You don't have a location planned. You don't have a video style planned. You don't even have like a shooting script planned. You just go and you just shoot it. So for example, a client, a hip hop artist says,
Mhm.
"Yo, let's meet in this Airbnb." I show up at this Airbnb. They say, "This is the song. Let's shoot something." I have to now think of something uniquely creative to make the video stand out in this Airbnb or in this back alley or in this restaurant or in this club, wherever we are. Now, obviously, that impacts the video
Mhm.
and the quality, which means I have to edit more. So oftentimes I have to edit more, add in some frame by frame drawing effects, or add in some, blurs or animation effects or jitters or zoom ins to make it look more interesting to the eye so you don't click off. Now,
Mhm.
in my opinion, I don't think running gun's the best way to do it. I think quality over quantity is more important. I think a lot of artists get stuck on, I want to shoot 5 videos. Because if I shoot 5 videos, then there's more content to share on social media. The issue is, if I give you 5 poorly created tweets, okay, if I give you 5 poorly created tweets, they're all going to get, let's say, 5 likes. Did that really give you more exposure? Nah, not really. If I give you one really, really well done tweet, well, that one might hit 1 million and that will do a lot more. So I do think quality over quantity, but I think videos are very, very important and running gun's not the best way to do it. But once again, just start. If you don't have the
Mhm.
money to do a fully thought out video or whatever, and you want to just do a running gun and save money or whatever, at least starting is important. If you want to shoot your own video with a webcam or pay someone on Fiverr, do it. Just get yourself out there.
Hmm. I really like seeing that kind of stuff the other day and hear about that kind of stuff the other day too, because we could very quickly see, and anybody who's here now that saw that, like how much different just the guy dancing on a table in an Airbnb versus there was that one that they actually rented out like the whole white room and it had like all the balloons and the dancing. Like
Yeah.
that really popped out to me a whole lot more than just the guy dancing
Mm,
on the table. And then you have to capitalize on like the bottles that you bought too. So also be
yeah.
nice
So
to
yeah.
Kohai and make it easier
Right? Or make it more unique and more fun for
or
sure. Like I
pay
think,
him more.
yeah, or pay me more. Yeah. Um,
Um, what are some things that you learned over time as a video producer that you think people should know before starting?
I think this is for video, this is for stream, this is for
Mm-hmm.
anything in life. Criticism is good. I know criticism can be hard to take sometimes. Sometimes it just hits you and you're like, oh, like you feel bad about it. You like you're upset about getting criticized, and it makes you upset, and that's normal. It should make you upset. When you put all your time and effort into something and you have a passion for streaming, let's say, and someone's like, man, you don't talk very much. It's kind of boring. That's gonna hurt because you're
Mm-hmm.
passionate, and it should hurt. That means you're passionate about the project. But you need to take that with a grain of salt. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
think, maybe am I boring? Maybe I should watch a VOD and see how good I really am at talking, or if I'm being consistent, or whatever it is. I think criticism is something you should take in. I've had times where people will be like, "Oh, your videos this or this or this or this," and that helps me grow as a director and helps me grow as a camera operator. So it allows me to think, okay, maybe I could have done this better or this better or this better. So I think for sure it's very important to let yourself be criticized and to grow from
Mm-hmm.
it.
I
Mhm.
agree. I agree. I agree. So, as we're getting to the end here, we're gonna wrap up with some fun little things that I'm gonna sneak in. So Ko just released a new song. If you haven't
Mhm.
listened to it, you can listen to it here and now, but you should listen to it either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, let me
Stream it.
pull it
Stream
up.
it. Listen,
We're,
we
we're
have
gonna play it.
in 1 week, in 1 week, I got 550 streams on that song. And that is amazing to me. That is so inspirational. That is so fantastical to me because I'm thinking back to the young dog in my bedroom making parodies. To think that I can have 500 streams on a song on Spotify, that's dreamlike. So I definitely appreciate everyone that does stream my music and everyone that does enjoy the music.
All right, I'm gonna slap this on. I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
I'm gonna crank her up. What's gonna be funny is when YouTube is like, "You're not allowed to play this," and I'm gonna be like, "But I literally had the artist right here."
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Hold on, let me bump her up.
I'm jamming. I'm dog jamming. Not cat jamming. I'm dog jamming.
That's the new emote.
I should make a dog jam emote. Good idea. Fun fact, this is my longest song. I do believe it's my longest song. Most of my songs are 2 minutes.
chest. Elixirs and potions take care of the rest. When it rains, it snows. Light in my heart now barely glows. Can't get you out of my mind. I drunk text you every time. Heard you when I said those things. Caught up in a moment, I feel away. What do I wanna do? Do you feel it too? I'm not over you. I know that it's over. I know that it's over. I know that it's over, but I keep calling. I know that it's over. I know that it's over. I know that it's over, but I'm still wanted. We both fell in love on a night in October. Remember the nights that you cried on my shoulder. Both made a wish on a found four-leaf clover and promised each other that we would grow older. The cold winter nights now have got so much colder. Now that I'm left all alone, I'm a loner. Can't dwell on the past, but I'm sad that it's over. I wanna go back to a time I was sober. We both fell in love on a night in October. Both fell in love on a night in October.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. That's such
Thank
my kind of
you.
jam. I love me some sad boy music.
Sad
That's what I call
boy!
it.
My next song is not necessarily sad boy, it's more angsty boy, but sad
Mm.
boy is so my vibe because you could listen to that when you're in your feelings, you're just like just singing by yourself. Yeah, that's me.
That's why I feel like I gotta get your hoodie too, because it even says anxiety on it, and that's what I've got.
Yeah, and that's like the whole idea behind the album, right? Is like anxiety is something I didn't know I had anxiety till literally probably 3 years ago, which sounds crazy. That like learning about anxiety and what anxiety is at like 24, 25 years old makes you think like it's not talked about. I struggle with massive anxiety. I never knew what it was. I didn't know how to work with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. And like learning about it was like eye-opening to me. And that's why the whole, EP is about anxiety. And that's why half it's sad boy, half it's more upbeat, because anxiety could be a happy emotion. It could be a sad emotion, right? Like anxiety is never a single specific emotion. So I struggle with it a lot, and I hope people can like listen to it and really connect with the fact that anxiety is something that everyone deals with, whether it's small or a large problem, right? So
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody for coming by. Thank you for listening to Kohai's music. Thank you for listening to my rabble and babble and blah 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 blah.
thank you so much for having me. It was amazing. You were fantastic. And I love talking about my passions. So I thank you for allowing me to use your platform as a speaking place to hopefully help motivate people and educate them.
Absolutely.